Welcome to Tech News Today, a podcast about keeping you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Tuesday, September 25th, and I'm Spike Spangle. Coming up in a bit, we'll let you know why some people are not happy with their new iPhone. Plus, if you're wasting time at work online, there's a good chance your boss knows about it. And we'll tell you what to expect with Apple's new Mac operating system. All that and more in Tech News Today from Commando.com. We'll start with reports that a lot of people are unhappy with their new iPhones. Some of those who bought either the iPhone XS or XS Max have taken to social media to complain about poor Wi-Fi and cell signal strength. They are saying that older models like the iPhone 7 or the X had better signal strength than the new ones, and it doesn't seem to matter which carrier they have. All of them are having problems. There's even a tech blog backing up their complaints. In a recent post, it said that testing in a lab environment found that the new iPhones have a significantly weaker signal than last year's iPhone 8, which is surprising because the XS and XS Max have one more antenna band built in than those models. The new phones just started rolling out last week, so Apple hasn't had time to address the issue yet. Hopefully, it can fix it with a simple software update. How much time do you spend messing around online at work? Well, it's easy to do nowadays since many of us are working on computers connected to the internet. Maybe you have to take a quick peek at your Facebook page, send a personal email or two, or buy that new Roomba from Amazon. Employees who do this might be tech-savvy enough to know to clear their computer's browsing history, but that's probably not enough to keep you from getting into trouble with the boss. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, 2/3 of U.S. companies monitor employees for email infractions, and about half of them have fired workers as a result. Many companies are using tracking devices to read their employees' emails. To be honest, everything that you're doing on your work computer is probably being watched by your employer, even if you're lucky enough to work from home, if your company paid for that work computer, that is. What you do online while you're supposed to be working might impact your performance reviews, raises, promotions, and even that bonus you were expecting. A recent survey showed that employees' assumed performance reviews would be most affected if they were caught wasting time online. But employers said differently. They said bonuses are impacted more by wasted time. So you might want to think twice before emailing those dinner party reservations while you're at work. We have more tech news ahead, but now a quick thank you to our amazing partners at Dell.
As a business owner, I rely on Dell Small Business Technology Advisors. I'm Kim Commando. Now, you and I both know there's nothing small about our businesses. Our reputation is always on the line, and that's where the Dell Small Business Technology Advisors come in. Reliable Dell PCs with Intel Core processors are rock solid. That means you can focus on getting business done. Call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 1-877-BUY-DELL.
Lots of news came out of Apple's annual fall event a couple of weeks ago. A new Apple Watch, 3 new iPhone models, and an update to iOS 12, to name a few things. But the hits just keep on coming. The tech giant is rolling out a new version of the Mac operating system this week. MacOS Mojave was unveiled earlier this summer and is finally available to Mac users. The major upgrade has features that will help you stay organized and get work done more efficiently. Not only that, but it comes with new ways to make your Mac more visually appealing. Most notably is the new dark mode. It affects the entire system, from Apple's own apps to all of your filters and windows. It'll make working on your system much easier on the eyes, which is great for those who are spending tons of hours and time on it. The Mac App Store is even getting an upgrade. Now, you will be able to learn about popular apps in the new store by reading articles and watching videos that detail them. It has also added new ways to search for apps. But probably the most important upgrade found in Mojave is the added security. Apps will now have to get your approval before they can access your camera or microphone, among other improvements. All in, Mojave looks like it will be popular with Apple fans. For a closer look at everything that comes with it, go to Commando.com and read our story detailing its best features. Here's an odd story from the Massachusetts State Police. Last week, it accidentally sent a tweet of a map highlighting houses that were affected by a recent gas explosion. Now, the strange part is that what else showed up revealed a bunch of bookmarks on the department's computer of organizations that it's spying on, most of which have political ties. For example, one was the group Mass Action Against Police Brutality. A bunch of people on Twitter are up in arms about the post, claiming this is proof that we're living in a Big Brother type society. The department has since taken the post down and responded by saying, "Police have a responsibility to know about all large public gatherings of any type and by any group, regardless of their purpose and position, for public safety reasons. We do not collect information about, nor frankly do we care about, any group's beliefs or opinions. This is pretty frightening. A Canadian computer and electronics retailer called Netlink Computer Inc. went bankrupt last year, but that's not the scary part. Once the company shut down, it abandoned much of its equipment and it all ended up for sale on Craigslist. This included servers, desktop computers, hard drives, they were all left behind. The problem is, it held over 13 terabytes of data that included customer information. Names, email addresses, phone numbers, and account passwords were all there. Even worse, full credit card payment details of close to 300,000 customers were also in the database. And get this, the data was not encrypted. The security researcher that discovered all the equipment for sale said the company probably owed the company's landlord money and just decided to hit the bricks without paying up. The landlord then put the equipment left behind up for sale to try to recoup some of the money that was owed. But no one knows for sure. This isn't how a company should be conducting business, even after it's been closed for good. We'd expect a little more attention to security. Now, if you or anyone you know has done business with Netlink in the past 15 years, keep an eye on your bank statements. There's a chance that criminals got their hands on your payment details. If this is a possibility, contact your bank and get a new card number. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Did you know that Google released a new version of its popular web browser earlier this month? Chrome 69 started rolling out on September 5th, and with it came a big change that people concerned with privacy aren't happy about. Now, if you ever log into another Google service like Gmail or YouTube, it also logs you into Chrome. Previously, you were able to keep those logins separate. People who have been freaking out about the change on social media worried that the change means all of your information will be synced across multiple devices. Fortunately, that's not the case. A Google rep responded to fears on social media and said that users still needed to manually enable sync for this to happen. She said the change was made to avoid confusion some people had when they signed out of the content area, thinking that they were no longer signed into Chrome. Apparently, this has been a problem for people who share devices. Since the uproar, Google updated its Chrome privacy policy to add more clarity. Basically, it makes clear that sync is only enabled if you choose, which should calm the fears of those worried about it. You're going to love this if you're a Trekkie. Scientists at Glasgow University are working on a device that is able to quickly and accurately diagnose cancer, heart attacks, and other ailments. It's inspired by the tricorder that was seen on the classic sci-fi series Star Trek. Do you remember when Dr. McCoy would quickly scan a patient with a handheld device to analyze what they were suffering from? This is similar in how it works. Using it will help doctors track a patient's overall health or how a specific disease is progressing. This can lead to more effective treatment since quick diagnosis is vital. Bones would definitely be proud. By the way, once you're done listening to our podcast, do us a favor and give us a good rating on wherever you're listening to us. Write us a few good words so others can find our podcast more easily. We'd really appreciate it. And finally, for today's Commando Kicker. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of weevils? I bet it isn't rainbows, but that's what some researchers at Yale have discovered. On the wing casings of a snout weevil from the Philippines, they found rainbow-colored patterns that look like beautiful painted stones up close. But how are these stunning patterns created? The secret lies in a color engineering mechanism like those found in squid and octopus that create color-shifting camouflage. So next time you see one around the house, there's probably a few more that you aren't seeing. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Commando.com and search for Commando Kicker. Well, that's our tech news for today from Commando.com, and special thanks to our partners at Untuck It.
It's never a good look when you untuck a long, bulky dress shirt. You may think it makes you look casual, but more than likely, it just ends up looking sloppy. That's why Untuck It makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked. A casual shirt that's not too long, not too short. It's just right. Shirts designed so well, GQ calls them perfection. I'm America's Digital Pro, Kim Commando. Untuck It shirts are a go-to for any occasion, from casual to dressy. And not only do they look good, they feel great. And if you're a woman wishing you could have one of these, well, Untuck It now makes shirts for women too. Shirts for her that are casual, versatile, and designed to last. You can also visit one of Untuck It's over 25 retail locations around the country. Stop hiding your shirt with your pants and your pants with your shirt. Log on to untuckit.com and check out all the new arrivals. Use promo code COMMANDO for 20% off your entire purchase. That's untuckit.com, promo code COMMANDO.